Alright, hello again, my friends. We are back. A hump day edition, craft beer reviews with Kyle back on. The net light's a little. I'm gonna shut this blind just for a second. I want to let lighting. Should help some lighting coming in there. We're back for a Christmas edition, and this is the best and seasonal favorite, and I would be lost without this. It is the Great Lakes Christmas Ale 2017. Here it is. In the light, this is the 2017 batch, an ale with spices and honey, and I've had it on tap and in a bottle this year, and this is the best maybe it's ever been that I can recall. I started drinking this, I would think, back in 2011 when I really got into craft beer, some 7 years ago. I like this because people disagree with me. The recipe on this changes each year. Now, it may be minimal, it may be significant, but I think that's awesome and unique and clever on their part. And I just think that's what makes it unique. And again, when I say changes, I mean the cinnamon, everything could be just really minute. It's always going to have that traditional Christmas spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, yada, yada, yada. But different amounts, different, just different boiling temperature, all that. So anyway, here we go. It says, do not open till Christmas. Whoever coined that phrase obviously hasn't tasted Christmas ale's fresh honey, cinnamon, and ginger flavors. Cool thing right here is, as my good buddy Dave would say, the bottle date. Best enjoyed by 1/10/18. So, we're Friday's 2 months, so we're 62 days away from that. And I think, honestly, as long as the beer's not an IPA, you could probably add another 30, 40 days to that. Don't want to do that, though. But here we go. Let's go ahead and get the cap off and get this sucker going. This is one of my favorite beers. A couple of particulars on the beverage. I know they have the ABV. Is 7.5% alcohol by volume. IBUs are 30 even. Great Lakes Cap. Nothing festive. Kind of boring on that. I was at the brew pub a couple years ago. Picked this up. First time really drinking out of this glass. And this is awesome. I live for this. There's that Great Lakes glass. I think $4, maybe $4.99. But boy, is this one of the best, folks. And it's rivaled this year, though. It really is rivaled by Dark Horse. Hoppin' Frog was very nice as well. And I do have Holly Jolly in there, perhaps for tonight as well. Also Mad Elf, Jubilee, Fireside Chat. So many great Christmas warmers. But this one really takes me back. And there's so many good nights on this. So let's go ahead and get a pour here. See the color coming out of the bottle here. First time reviewing this great and just classic delight of a beverage. And I tell you, 7.5. My buddy Jeff, who lives in Cleveland, actually told me they may have lowered this beer. I can't recall. I mean, it's always, he said it was 8.2 one year. It's still 7.5, 8.2. It makes a difference, folks. Now, a lot of head on this pour. Tell you what, this, oh, that smell, my goodness. Drink it on tap last Friday before my Indians were beat down, and that was a sad day, but also a fun day. Great beer with great friends. I wish I could get a Sharpie and just savor this bottle. Now, I have a bottle in there from last year's Christmas ale as well. Get a bottle and savor this. This is just such a great beer. I think Great Lakes, they probably 30 to 40% of their brewery's profit is probably sold off of this beer. Now, they do spend so much. I was told that there was 500 pounds of honey last year. 500 pounds. That's outrageous. So there's the pour. Quick aroma. Obviously, you're going to get the... First of all, this is the color here. That great amber copperish color. The head drizzling down fairly quickly. Aroma's wide away. Big cinnamon, big nutmeg, some honey in there as well. A lot of honey. We just mentioned that honey, but the honey and cinnamon really mix well. And and the honey's not... None of the flavors are... And that's what's good about Great Lakes is they balance everything so perfectly. They just bottle it so perfectly. It's just perfecto. And I get made fun of for hyping Great Lakes, but it's just so good. Cheers to the brewers of Great Lakes, especially this year. And not that this beer's ever been bad by any stretch. I mean, it's been, still to this day, the best Christmas ale I've tried. But a little better this year. I think they have a little more spice this year, and it's not as Jeff would say, not as thick this year. Now, it's still not a thin beer by any means, but more of a balanced, moderate beer. Cheers to the brewers of Great Lakes, and here's cheers to everyone. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas coming up. And here we go. Cheers. Yeah, oh, it's very good. You know, I'm seeing some people at restaurants, and I don't know, obviously the brewery can't do it, but at restaurants that serve this, I think B does up in Cleveland, or, you know, maybe some, like, steakhouse places, they are putting salt around this rim on the big tall boys of this, and that just, my oh my. This is good. It's much better on tap. Not that this is really good. The cinnamon and the ginger are just prevalent in this beer. Just such a tasty treat. I just 7.6% alcohol. Oh, I love it, man. I tell you, it's an A+ beer. It just, say we are very fortunate. I would be very sad and very displeased if they ever stop making this, or if something happens to Great Lakes Brewing Company, which I don't think it will. But if that day ever comes, I will be very depressed, sad, and also mad if that ever occurs, because it just would not be. I mean, it's the 6 years in a row, but it just would not be Christmas in Ohio. And especially, I'm not even from Cleveland, and avid Great Lakes fan that I am. It's just Ohio, the Midwest. I mean, you got people from Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana. I mean, I think this is distributed in a mass production across 5 states. I mean, that is another reason to really admire Great Lakes brewers' skills. I'm telling you, they pay them right and they do it right. You know, I was looking at a marketing job, actually, that came out. You know, I've been in my company for 11 years, love SynFin, but I saw a job offer. Great Lakes posted. It was like a sales rep for Southwest Ohio, $22 an hour. That's pretty good for starting. And of course, they said within a year you'd probably be around 26, 27. They pay these guys great. These guys do such a good job. I just cannot stress it enough. The consistency and quality of this brew. A lot of people say, well, they're not coming with anything new, but so many breweries that make new, and I'm not here to knock anybody, but so many breweries that make new beers and barrel-aged beers and sour beers, they try those, and it tastes good one week and bad the next week. Just make good, consistent beer that you know people are going to like. And it may be boring, but it works. You know, and like the old, what was the adage Denzel said on Red Titans, just like nobody can give it time, it always works. Just go to this. It's solid. So, A+, just love it. And like I said, it would not be holiday season in Ohio without this. One more sip here on the big boy. Oh, man. It just, and you would never know. That's just so good. I mean, it's scary. Half of that already gone. There's some lacing. Some carbonation. The head dissipated quite quickly. Now, presentation-wise, you wouldn't say this is a great beer. I mean, it's average for beer. It's not bad, but the head dissipated quickly. There's a little bit of carbonation, but you see some lacing on that glass there. But it's just, half of this is gone. I just don't know how much I love this beer. So I've rambled enough, folks. A+ for me. Cheers to Great Lakes, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. We're in that season. 2 weeks from Thanksgiving tomorrow. Get you some of this. I know most people have had it 100 times, but pick it up because the recipe has changed and it is much better this year. And again, not saying it was ever been bad. It's always been elite, but a better batch this year. So cheers, and we'll see you here soon with some Fatheads Holly Jolly. Cheers, folks. Bye.